Hello, hello. Sorry. I'm back. All right. Hello! I was muted because I was off getting a coffee. Because I need one. Oh my, thank you everybody for being so generous. Thank you for the resubs. Welcome back. Who's off getting baked? No! I would never. Except for another thrilling night of night rain. Meme shot, leave that muscle memory of saying, ooh, that was close, or, maybe next time, at the door. Well, actually, I just realized that exactly applies to what I'm doing, but I'll be doing something different. No night rain here. I'm the one contingent of the Goo Crew staying strong against the scourge of Elden Ring night rain. Hey, thank you very much, Golf Kings, for the raid. Let's start the stream. Wah! Wah!
Time Walker, Time Walker, Time Walker, Time Walker, Time Walker, Tall Talker, Wig Rocker, Time Walker, Time Walker, Lemon Chomper, Coconut Knocker, Time Walker, Time Walker, Left Turn Shocker, YouTube Gawker, Time Walker, 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 Stream.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. That's right, it is time to stream me playing GTA 4, but also, before that, it is time to talk about the fact that I have been announced as the Great Australian Bake Off co-host. Which is somehow not a bit. We are, you may have seen this. We are finally live with the announcement. Also, Chrome is fucking me. There we go. Okay, cool. Here I am with my wonderful co-host, Natalie Tran, who was wonderful at introducing me to how to do this shit. Congrats, Tom. Okay, and then a Discord link. God fucking damn it. Thank you. Drastic actions. How did you do that so cleanly? God damn. This is more believable than the actual photo they uploaded. For one, because I don't look like an ogre compared to the rest of the cast. In all of the actual cast photos, I look like I am there to eat the judges and a host. I look like I am there to grind up the bones of the contestants to make the bread for the next batch of contestants. Tom is ever so tall. I am a big man. I am a large fella, it turns out. So if we go ahead and... I mean, for one, also, I'm known for my clever offbeat humor. But in this photo, you can see that I simply tower over the rest of the cast. This is why I should be listened to. My opinions should be absolutely given the most primacy of anybody, regardless of baking excellence. I should be judging. And you know what? I should just kind of have my run of the shed. Did you pick out the wardrobe? No, I did not. No, absolutely not. I did get the ability to say, I don't think that really looks like... Don't say this looks more photoshopped. I don't think this looks like something I'd wear. But during the casting process, they were telling me, look, you're going to have to cut your hair. And I was sending the hair lady photos of... what's his face? Noel Fielding, being like, this guy looks like he's just been raised from the dead and I can't have a mullet. I was so sad. That's Thank you very much, Shoe3482 for the $20. Also, thank you very much for the $20 while I was offline, Zombie Ron Swanson. Much appreciated. Please tell me you got to keep the cardigan afterwards. I did get to keep some cardigans. Would you like a tour of the cardigans that I kept from the Great Australian Bake Off? These are the ones. Here. Did someone put Tom dancing into the picture? Close, but no cigar. Here, let me show you. I'll be back in 1 sec. Hello. So these are the cardigans that I kept from the Great Australian Bake Off. Just making sure that camera nice. Okay. First off, we have this darling green sweater. Not really a cardigan. Actually, covered in holes though, so surprisingly breathable. You can wear this no matter what kind of cake you're introducing. A gorgeous chroma key unfriendly item of clothing. This is probably my favorite. A more canny person would have left this to the end. This fucking rocks. I love this so much. This is like the most pleasant to wear item of clothing in my entire house now. It's so cozy. So wonderful, such a wonderful cardigan. Thank you very much to the wardrobe people for being like, well, no one else is ever going to wear this. And of course, it's from Vans, the producer of the famous Warped tour. So it kind of brings my punk rock energy to the fore. Then we have this blue and black or brown number, depending on the color grading of your camera. So that is the tour of the Vans cardigan actually rules. Vans cardigan is a great way to realize that you're getting old. It's like if the Offspring put out an easy listening album and you're like, hey, actually this is kind of more for me than their old stuff. Oh no. That's white and gold actually. Oh, now this we can't do. We can't do this. Anyways, it's fucking cool to be able to talk about this. I am the co-host on Great Australian Bake Off. This is the thing I was taking time off for. It is nice now that people know about it, because having this as a secret was real annoying. Why did they choose you? I don't know. End of sentence. My audition was really good. And I think I stood out as someone with a different energy, I guess. But at the audition, I had a really good time. It was with Natalie and Natalie Tran, the co-host. And basically, you prepared 2 like intro sketches and then did like a faux interview with a baker that was just Natalie being like an impression of a baker. And I think I did well there. And then I was talking to my parents afterwards, just by coincidence. I was going over to their place and I got a text from my manager that was like, oh, hey, I ran into someone from the BBC and they were talking about your audition. They said you did great. And then I was reading this text to my parents. And in that text, the person said, everyone pleasantly surprised. And my mom and dad laughed the hardest they ever have. I've never seen them laugh that hard. It was really incredible. Very cool. thank you for adding me to the pantheon of Goo Crew images. This is how you know you've really made it. Tom, I think often about when we finished Waifu Wednesday and we were both wearing our maid dresses and you're excitedly telling me what working on Bake Off was like and I had to pull a, bro, it's 2 a.m., I gotta go. You did have to go and I understand that, Charlotte. Hello. Both of us sitting there wearing our maid dresses and then you're like, I actually have to go to bed. I have to go to bed. Realizing that my Charlotte voice is just kind of the voice I assigned to a small, diligent animal in a children's book. I simply must be going. Hey, thank you very much for the resubs, everybody. I'm going to catch up on that now. Commence. Catch up. Wrong fucking one. Marvel Strike Force. Bullshit. Unless I ever take it in the future, which I may well. Who knows? Thank you very much, Dr. Postal Pigeon, Ethan Run, Rebooting from Start, Sweet Drew, Rebooting from Start, thank you for the tier 2, much appreciated. Shuttlecock, Kieran Harris, hey, thank you for the fresh sub, Grumble Cracks. Bright Beatty, Jimmy Hat on Sack for Safety, Sick of My Dry Food, Cleveland Show Actually Owns, Drastic Actions, Strange Pursuit, thank you for the 20 bones, Shoe3482, much appreciated. Thank you 1 decade later for the 100 bits. Dad Farm failed, all my fault. Lord Gugu, Ukraine need John Wick, Grumble Cracks, thank you again for the fresh tier 1 sub. And thank you, Mr. Extreme PC and Chair McEric Seat. Tom, you see the Arxis Marvel game announcement? It looks sick, dude. Yeah, I just saw, Pat just posted that in the Goo Crew Discord, and I was looking at it going like, ooh. It's cool. And thank you, Oja, for the 60 months, 5 years. Can't not sub to people with such an awesome cardigan. Dude, my cardigan game has received, I mean, it's received a start, to be honest with you. It was not an element of my game that was, that anything was happening with before. But now, after Bake Off, it seems like it's the area they have settled on for me as a person, is I'm the guy who wears the cardigans. Also, at, where's... Just checking something. My buddy, Natalie, this is brutal. They were always going to walk away with this shot in their quiver, but it felt bad to let them take it. They pegged you as a cardigan boy, and they were right. Nobody pegged me. It felt brutal to hand that to them on the platter. I just know that that's the one that they're going to use no matter what. At the end of when me and Natalie were getting our photos together, we were like, you know, just all of our jobs were to get photos taken with us laughing and having a good time, which is, as two people who are, I would say, more anxious than most, very challenging over a long period of time. Also, we, at this point, we're good enough friends that we'd realize, like, this is so fucking crazy. All of these look like we are announcing a pregnancy. And so we did get just one for us, which looks like a wonderful queer couple announcing. Also, huge props to Natalie for posting this with "Eek, we're expecting," and then line break. Just an absolute madman. Tom looking quite butch. Dude, in so many of these shots, I look, yeah, 100%. How angry are the Aussie bakers compared to the British? I don't think they're very angry. I feel like they're... I don't know. Probably angrier on average, but I feel like British anger is like more simmering and horrid. Hey, Vagrant Like, and thank you for the gift sub to Cardigan Lover. Awesome. Why do you have a pompadour? They kept putting my hair up until I finally had the ability to say, hey, can we stop putting my hair so up? Wait, so is this the person who texted you that her partner played video games in an attempt to relate to you? Natalie is the person who texted me out of the blue a picture of a video game controller because she was like, Tom will like this. Yes. Just her hand pointing at an Xbox controller. It's really good. She was right. What was the controller? Look, I don't like that I can immediately recall this, but it was like an Xbox. Don't worry about it. All right. Anyways, who was the coworker who wanted to see a magic trick? That was also Natalie. Natalie was the person who I let down by saying, "Oh yeah, no, I kind of like magic cards," and she was like, oh, "I love magic. Oh, do you have them now? Can you?" Look. Yeah. Look, it's brutal to interact with people as someone who's not good at that at all. But it's a thrill to be able to interact with them on the set of the Great Australian Bake Off. Hey, Claymai, hell yeah. Yeah. I remember. It was nice to know that we had some stream freaks around there. And also, it was nice to know that someone who watches the stream or knows who I am was like in the back end of the show. So there was someone else who was thinking in the back of their head the whole time, like, what is happening? It's crazy that this guy is here. I'm obscure enough that to claim at least, it's like fucking... It's like the simulation is running out of resources and it's reusing assets. Okay, so it's taking the guy that I watch get hit by cars online and it's putting him into my job? Are we trying to save memory so we can add a few more lines to my mother's face? What is happening? Do they make you do wig mode at any point during the show? No, I added in my contract that no wig mode was available. Anyway, it's very cool. I would assume I was in some kind of Truman Show shit if I saw you in real life, to be honest. Yeah, it would be really strange. A few people I work with listened to the podcast once they saw you. The producer of the show listened to the podcast just to vet if there was any stuff on it that was like, oh, we can't have this guy on here. And she was like, yeah, I don't get it. And then moved on. It's a very... Oh, god damn it. I looked at this again. How do you do this so well? Okay, one sec. I'm gonna just save this image. I must have it. Oh, I need to... Oh, I see. But if one were to save image as... There we go. Tom... Oh my god, it saved as Tom Bakeoff Press Photo.gif. You even went to the trouble of... Because it wasn't downloaded as that. You exported it as the believable file name. You son of my gun. Drastic actions. Well played, well played. Alright. Alright. Of course, it's real. Okay, well. I love the implication that the dancing Tom Crab gif on hand. I think one of the bugbears of the modern age is you don't know how many people have access via Discord to a repository of GIFs of you making movements with transparency added on them. Did they let you plug your Twitch on TV? No. No, they did not. And I kept asking, which is strange. On none of the weeks. It was a real blast. Do you have any other hats with genres on them? Thank you for the question. No, this is the only hat. A sci-fi fantasy is a skate brand, which I admit, okay, fine to show my ass here a little bit. No, I did not know that when I bought the hat. Are they paying you in baked goods? I ate a horrendous amount of baked goods. So Demi visited me on set at one point. And it was so nice because the set is like genuinely one of the... it's such a beautiful fucking place. You don't know who Jerry Shu is? Look, let me see. No. I think I've like watched his shit before maybe, but I wasn't aware of the connection here. All right, cool. What is Jerry Shu known for? He's just really good at skateboarding and everyone loves him. Hell yes. Okay, cool. Man, that's some good fucking PR. So, Demi visited me on set on the day that they were making the pistachio shortbread because pistachio is her favorite flavor. I lined it up so she could come in and be around when that was being made. And when they do an example bake to show like how the best execution of this could possibly go, that is made by like a professional French pastry chef who gets in the lab, makes up the ideal one, and then that is just around. And you can kind of nip back there and just, hello, may I grab a piece of the technical bake example? And it's, whew. And it was so nice to have Demi come in and visit me at my big boy work, and then we both had a bite of something, and then just kind of walked around smiling and licking the inside of our mouths for like 5 solid minutes, going, It was so tasty. Yeah, Clay, that was so good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start up the video game. Big boy work, eating pastries. Well, you gotta contrast that with my other work of playing video games. This at least has some danger to it, you know? The pastries you can eat too much of. Alright. And we're in. I think I missed Shivering Pug. Thank you very much, Shivering Pug, for the 7 months. And also, Ledcaster, welcome. Thank you for the fresh tier 1 sub. Tom, fake jobs worker. Dude. It's... I mean, look, I actually feel like it's not necessarily a me problem that I feel like jobs are fake. I feel like most jobs are now fake. Most jobs are sending emails to create more emails. But I don't know. Of the jobs to have, I think guy who plays video games, does improv, and clowning is really, that's like hard to defend in terms of like, well, what are you going to bring to the commune? Jaegerello, thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back. Now, I am in a difficult situation here where I can't remember what we were doing. Are you going to do any press for the series premiere? I believe so, yes. Okay, there's a invisible car. Gotta come to the house. Okie doke. I have a real job and it sucks. Nice work if you can get it. Dude, real jobs for sure suck. That's the thing about all the people with email jobs. They're all like, oh, I'm bored. And it's like, dude, have you tried like being outside digging something? That sucks. Okay, let's go. Hello, fellas.
Billy, I just don't see how...
Skipping through the cutscene. Oh, god damn it, I didn't change his bike! Okay, you know what, let's get one attempt in, and then let's, after that, see what we can do about fixing this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I've let the world of Bake Off soften me. Oh. That's okay. Dearie me. Okay. I'm going to change our boy's bike to something drivable because I had said that I would do that and then I forgot because, and this is important and you should always remember this, I'm stupid. And that will adversely affect your odds of doing something. I have a fake job, so I'm going to attempt to heal my soul by taking a fan apart and oiling the bearings. Dude, tinkering with something that exists? Oh. a balm to the soul of anyone who has the fake job. Now, I'm gonna try and work out what motorcycle our bad boy is on. Because if there is one that I have not changed, might be... Aha! He is on the zombie. Okay. Please open my gorgeous little file. Okay, we're good. Any questions about Bake Off stuff? If I can answer it, I will attempt to answer. But yeah, someone asked what the audition process is. The audition process was going into the BBC at the last notice at 6 p.m. So knowing that I had like a week or so to prep, but going in at 6 p.m., you're not like the only thing they're seeing that day. In fact, you are the end of a grueling day for them. And preparing 2 intro sketches. They're very attached to starting the show with not improv sketches, 2 written sketches, and then some intro scripts. So I would write both in mine and Natalie's voice some gags for introducing that people are gonna have to bake a lemon tart. At one point, I'll say this. How long ago did you film? This was like in... Oh, I'm sorry. I think you just got... Oh, no, you're Twitch Turbo. I think you just didn't get got by that. This was filming in like August, dude. This was so long ago, I think. But I think it was like around then. Did you see that a clip from the show leaked and then a streamable link? Okay, this is... We need to DMCA this as soon as possible. Thank you, Jakey, for bringing that to my attention. I really appreciate that. If you're allowed to say, did they have a special salami-themed episode for you? I am allowed to say that, and they did not. They tried all they could, but I denied them, as I did not want the salami, as I have no particular connection with it as an item. Always next season. That's so true. So, I got, God damn it. So I went in with two intro scripts and then 2 like intro sketches, as it were, and then did like a little improvised interview with someone also. By which I mean Natalie pretended to be a contestant that I would talk to, and I would have to try and get like a stuff out of the interview with her. Okay. Oh my god, I can finally tell this. Okay, so when I was auditioning for the Great Australian Bake Off, one of the things that I did was like we had to write out like a whole bunch of like jokes and gags for things, and the setups for the gags were like you need to have it in the script introducing a challenge, right? And then at the end of that, there's a big thing that just says, "Yeah, why is that freezing up? Huh, that's weird. That's strange. That should have followed me over. All right, here. Computer, please." Locate and capture Grand Theft Auto 4. Maybe I just need to do this one more time. There we go. So, in the audition for a Great Australian Bake Off, I had to do write out a whole bunch of lines because there's no writer for the show apart from the two hosts, right? It's just us writing our own jokes in the intros for the challenges. And so writing those intros is like quite a bit of the job in the lead up to it. One of the things that I did was like I just wrote some alts because I was like, hey, you know what? If I'm showing like my voice or whatever for this, then I might as well show that I can do this a lot. I can have like, you know, these are the ones that I think are funny, but then these are the ones that I think you'll actually use. And so I wrote them out, and then when I went in for the audition, Natalie was like, okay, great, these are good. Look, they won't use this. And I was like, I think I'd like to say it anyway. And she was like, look, okay. And then in the audition, I said one of my alts, which was, the setup line was something like, it was introducing lemon tarts, and it was saying like, these your lemon tarts can be any additional, can have any additional flavor you want, but they must be identical, beautiful, and look delicious. And my alt as like a gag for that was like dog nipples. And so I said that, and they were like, well, we don't think we'll use that one. It got a laugh in the room, and they were like, yeah, well, we're not gonna. And I was like, yeah, no, I figured, but I just, you know, I wrote that and I was like, look, some stuff you got to just say out loud to get it out of you. And afterwards, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm like months later when I got the gig, I was like, yeah, that was kind of goofy of me because a producer brought it up. But, you know, you got to kind of do that stuff. And I knew that, like, you know, it wouldn't fly with the executives eventually. But, you know, I thought the people in the room would be fine with it. And at that point, the producer was like, all of the people in that room were the executives. They are the people that does not fly with at all. You were doing that in front of, sure, 2 producers, but then all executives who do not like the idea of you jeopardizing. So anyway, that was fun. Imagine how good the other jokes must have been. I know, truly. Ah! Well, I don't know where my bike is. Oh, yes I do, because it shows up on the minimap. Yay! Did you do Orc voice? There was not an opportunity to debut Nork voice. Nork voice, Libby perking up somewhere over there in Los Angeles. No, I did not do Nork voice. I'm realizing also that I believe this attempt is doomed, as I think Billy is trapped inside a building? Or maybe beneath the building? And for enthusiasts of the stream, no, the Chibla bit did not make an appearance on on the Great Australian Bake Off. Oh my god. Did you get to do your dance? No, there was no opportunity for me to do my dance. Alright. First attempt of the stream. Complete. Did you get the job because of or in spite of dog nipples? I would say in spite of. I would say 100% in spite of. I got, oh. I'm so thrilled that people can know about the job now, because it's been a hell of a thing keeping it under my hat. Which of course reads sci-fi fantasy. Because I really wanted to say that I am doing this. It is a cool job. Hey Tom, sorry if you've already answered this, but when and where can we watch? It will vary as per region. I really don't know what the deal is with watching it in the US. It'll be out, I think, sometime in July or so is the plan. And then I think it's like a Foxtel and BBC co-pro. So we'll see where it goes there. I think some people have been posting that it's like available in the UK, but I would say that it'll. Yeah, I mean, my default is to say, well, it's on Plex at some point, but also that's certainly not the company line. Okay, now we have to catch up with Billy, because we are a long way away from him, and he's not going to slow down for. Yeah, we lost him. Okay, fair enough. Will be TPB. There should be a cam rip up as soon as we get it out there, yeah. Yeah, I do find it charming, people saying like, oh, that's so cool, when can we watch? And I'm like, God bless you, trying to watch it legitimately and juice up the numbers. That's so nice of you to ask. Check it out, the official source on watchmovies.ru. I think that's the best place you can watch if you want to support the show. Like... Yeah, no, I have no idea. Oh, my bike was wrecked. Thank you, Garrulous Monolith. Thank you for your promise. Okay, now down here. Tell me it's you and Cake we're sold. Dude, some of the cakes are crazy good. I mean, this is the most ice-cold take you can imagine. But damn, people on baking shows sure can bake. I was looking at the stuff they were making going, gosh, I don't even know how you would... Can you stream it on Discord? What do you think my publicly... You know, Oh, shit! Let me just go live on Instagram for 1 sec. Yes! I can stream it on Discord. Come on, man! I don't know about... Oh my god, never write in formation. It just gives them a... formation of bowling pins to strike. I love how the press about it describes you as a talkative mime and Twitch streamer. Would you believe that that is... the notes from my management on what they should credit me as? Initially, I think it was like some other stuff, but then they were like, oh, let's, you know, we need to emphasize that he is strange. Okay. The mime thing makes you stand out. It's true. Nobody wants to do it. Leaving a big gap in the market for old Tombo. Have we emphasized what a tall freak this guy is yet? Oh, really? You really think that this photo makes me look like a tall freak? Oh, well, okay, well, I tried to navigate back to it, and it turns out that it's just been replaced by completely AI ads. So, how to earn up to $3,000 while you sleep, try this today. And that's from nwealth.co on New Idea. Wow, I will be doing that. Thank you. A stress relief game that everyone around me is playing. Well, it seems to have a unicorn and, of course, a wizard, so I think I'll be taking advantage of that as well. Looks like the unicorn's back legs are doing something completely normal, of course. Eat 1 teaspoon every night, see what happens a week later. Gladly will. Gladly will. So excited to see what happens there. God damn, check in on your parents and grandparents, folks, because this kind of stuff is... This is going to be getting a lot of people. Yep, and this has completely taken over the Great Australian Bake Off 2025 article that I was looking at because I just left it. Maybe, is this because I don't have a subscription to newidea.com.au, or is it because it just loads them up if you leave the window like inactive for long enough? Gosh. There's like, okay, here's a new idea link. I'm going to open that up, see if this takes us, and this is, of course, taking me through trc.taboola.com. Okay, Travel Guard stars Kevin and Janetta reveal the secret to their marriage. Okay, that exists. And then over here, we have Great Australian Bake Off. Okay, cool. So there I am with Natalie. You really think this guy looks terrifyingly large? I do look way too big. This is Rachel Koo. That's Darren Purchase. They are both incredibly cool and welcoming. They were so fucking nice. Rachel Koo is the person who invited us all over to lunch, and I started freaking out that because I asked if there was anything I should bring, and she said just some fresh juice, and I was like, oh fuck, where do you get fresh juice? Oh shit. Started really getting scared. Yeah, the juice story. This is it was celebrity chef Rachel Koo going over to hers for lunch because I was going insane. Can you imagine? What juice did you get? I got orange juice. Okay. Got asked over for a friendly brunch at Rachel's, and with me, Demi, Natalie, and Darren, and I said, should I take anything over to you? Do you want me to bring anything for the lunch? And she said, just some fresh juice. And I was like, okay, great. And I was like, and and it was really scary because I don't know what that means. I don't know what fresh juice. I don't buy fresh juice. And the fact that she said fresh means it has to be fresh, right? That's like a good, that's just, you have to get the fresh. And so I had to find a place that does fresh juice, that squeezes juice freshly, which the only place I could find was Harris Farm, and it was only open that day, like, an hour or so before. So I walked in there, grabbed the fresh, like, orange juice. That was the only thing they had available freshly. And I was like, but that's so basic. I can't just bring fresh orange juice. That's like such an obvious choice. So I got the non-fresh juice, which is like a pomegranate, an apple, and something. It was like some mix that looked like purplish, right? And so I turned up with, I think, like 4 liters of juice because I panicked. Because in addition to buying the pomegranate one and the orange one, I think I panicked and got another additional juice because I was like, but then what if they don't like that? And I didn't want to ask clarifying questions about the juice because I would come off as needy and stupid. It would seem like I don't know anything about juice, which of course I don't, but I can't let them know that. And so I turn up with 3 gigantic bottles of juice. I think she's like, oh, that's great. Thank you. We didn't really, I'll just grab the orange juice, yeah. And I think we had 1 cup of orange juice, and then I left with the 2 unopened bottles of juice. I was so panicked about letting her down. I was so panicked, dude. This is like the fanciest person I've ever met. You know? New friend? Professional chef? Just bring some fresh juice? What do you mean? I was doing a periodic rewatch of the penis injury compilation, and the guy saying he found little creatures before getting diagnosed with pubic lice made me laugh so hard. Yeah, there's some good ones in there, dude. Dink. How much have you out of pocket now? I think oh my god, I just died. I think by drinking the juice, I recouped some of the costs. But for a second there, I was just a guy who'd, spent, I want to say, $16 to $20 on juices and was walking up with too many juices knowing that I'd messed up. Knowing that I'd messed up. Jadisaurus, the special is currently being edited. I do have a special that is an hour of comedy that is all about my favorite people from across the internet who I've kind of saved over the years. And it is worrying to me now to know when to release it. That is something that I am, oh my god, he's the greatest gamer alive. That I am balancing with the fact that some of my audience now will be people who watch the Great Australian Bake Off. And I think it's going to need some breathing room, but also that's fine because it's not done editing. It's on BBC. I'll get my mum to watch it. Cheers. Hey, God bless you, Banter Life. It will, I believe, be on the BBC. Did you mention Brian in the special? No, there's no moment where I barrel the camera and say Brian Quinby, but maybe we can put that in post. Okay. Get to Billy before you lose him. Okay, we're gonna wait here for Billy to catch up. Here he comes. Here are the boys. I'm trying to stay in front of the pack so that they don't get got by the, the traffic. As much as I can. So I'm having normie fans rules. Look, if it comes to pass, that would be very lovely. But it was just so much fucking fun doing this. It's truly an insanely nice show, and every time I talk about it, I feel like I sound like I'm lying because there's no way that it can be that comprehensively good an experience. But it really was. It was so fun. And everyone involved was like truly so nice and welcoming. I feel incredibly lucky as the guy who got like the one good job in TV. And I'm so excited to have the bakers public because they are really, really cool and funny and cool. Oh my god, I got too far ahead of Billy! Gosh darn it. Okay. Who drank the most juice? Me by a wide margin. Aquafina Fan Club Prez. Because I was, of course, wanting to make sure that the juice was essential. How do they let you host it while having a public video about Roadhead? Well, I mean, I feel like I'm low profile enough that it doesn't really matter that I am oftentimes a filth monster. But also I feel like I'm pretty chill in terms of like my actual content. I do just talk about that stuff. Oh my god. You know, it's not like I'm Alex Williamson. Which I've just realized is not a reference that anyone should know, and I hope none of you do get. Like, yeah, I mean, in terms of that stuff, any comedian is going to have stuff that they would not say on Australian Bake Off in their set, unless they are a clean comedian. If Natalie Palamides can do insurance commercials, you can do this. Damn, does Natalie do insurance commercials? That fucking rocks. Oh dear. I believe that has failed the mission for me, but let's try and get on our bikers as is. Also, you are a saint compared to the English hosts. Yeah, I mean... Uh-oh. 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 There's been, you know, pretty clear bars set for... Eek. Please? Thank you. What do Australians eat? Food, mostly. We're big fans of food down here. Some things... Oh my god. Some things kind of stay the same no matter if you're in the north or south. I'm just going to go ahead and follow the boys here because I don't trust myself to take the smarter route. So we're just going to go ahead and... ride with them for a bit. Oh my. Oh my me. Slowing down for the boys. The speedrun here gets way out ahead of them, but kind of drives either right next to them or also driving directly behind Billy and kind of nudging him so that he gains a tiny bit of speed over the course of the drive. I don't think I'll be doing that. I think I'll just be trying to keep the boys nice and safe.
Billy agreed to this. It's the first smart move he's made since getting out of rehab. Yeah, maybe he's starting.
Now,
Maybe he stuck too much of that brown into his arm then.
okay, nice. Oh dear, that's good that we didn't get hit by that. Okay, watch out. That would have been bad. There's really no place that's safe here. Now, they don't take this right, that's for sure, because you can't.
Stay information, Johnny.
Or do they?
Behind me.
They do. Okay, we're gonna just stick with the boys. Our previous tactic was to go kind of parallel to them, but on a smaller path, which there's a good demonstration there why that we did that.
Johnny, you're wasting away, man.
Oh.
Worrying you two.
I saw some people asking if I've started baking or if I've wanted to bake. I bought the materials for Turkish bread because there was a Turkish bread on the show that really reminded me how incredible it was as a food, and I wanted to make my own, and now I have not pulled the trigger on that. I have not done that at all.
You beat us brothers in a race just to prove it.
Okay. Race the lost crew to the meet. Okay, well, that's good that they're starting to move. Let's go ahead and check the map, see how far off we are. We're pretty far off, but I'm going to go ahead and just floor it here.
No, man.
Do we follow the GPS? That's the question. I think I pretty much will. The alternative is getting down here, and we can't turn off here because it's got the lanes divided. Or I could turn off here. I don't like that. I'll just, yep, follow this. Okay. How long before the record were you cast? Like, I genuinely didn't believe it. Oh my god. Until the day I turned up for the first day of record. Because I just don't, to me, the worst thing that can happen is you get your hopes up for something, or you get told stuff, and like stuff can change all the time, especially in TV where there's so many people that have to make these decisions. So I was on a shortlist for a good long while, and then like months went by, and then months additionally went by. This was supposed to be initially the plan was for this to be announced in like December. And so it's been a long time.
It was
Okay.
a pleasure beating you, gentlemen.
Checkpoint reached. That is thrilling. We have to wait here? Well, actually, you know what? I'm saying checkpoint reached. I'm really hoping that that's a checkpoint, because we are getting a cutscene at least. Okay, take out the triads. You got it. I guess I'll be using my gun to do that. Yep, seems like they're susceptible to gunfire. Much like the other enemies in this game, that's good to know. Oh dear. Guy with a shotgun right near me and I'm reloading. Reloading. Hearing that sing-song near you as you get ready to fire your gun. And where's the other guy? There he is.
That's what you're looking for, shithead.
There we go. Okay, thank you, thank you. All the best. Ah! What was that move? Alright, well, he's down now.
Close, brother.
That was interesting. Not me reloading my weapon. Not me making more bullets available for shooting. Ah!
Let's fucking do this, you motherfucker.
Okay, not me shooting the pillar, also. The not me meta is Twitch ready for the 30-year-old guy saying, not me? I don't know. I don't know that it is. I think it's going to be really taking the world by storm. Bang. Getting shot in the head because I read a tweet before I got in my gunfight and I tried to go, I am reloading. Giving away my full location and also just really spacing it out. Now, oh my god, they're doing the same thing. You guys are sliding for too long. That's too long to slide, big dog. You're too much points in slide, too little points in shoot. Okie dokie. Another guy beneath us. Oh my god, no, no, no. Okay, actually, surprisingly low amount of damage taken so far. For guy who just fell down 2 stories and got shot a few times. Is that gonna be in the bit that, okay, we get past it. That's nice. I'm reloading my magazine. 1 of question mark is good. All right, we're calling Brian.
Johnny Cleavage.
Brian, man, shit's fucked. Billy's been taken down. Where are you?
Bill, yeah, he's fucked now. Next to you, and around the corner.
We're coming.
Okay, time to go. I think we will take this ramp down. Need to go to my bike. Okay. Let's run around here. I'll stick to the path as much as I can. And there's me bike.
Man, what the fuck? What happened back there?
I'm now chapter president. Lead the group back to our turf. All right. Sounds good, man.
Slow.
Hell yeah. He took a shit in the mother toilet and did not wipe. Oh my god, dude. Oh my lord. Okay, hoping that leading the bikers back home does not require me to stay close to them, and in fact just requires them to stay close to me. And so the burden of failure is on them, and the game just rubber bands them to me instead of the alternative. Okay, okay, alright. Uh-oh, yes, we're safe. Just dodged that inanimate object. Pro move. Oh dear. This is gonna get nasty in a second. Yep, when the lights change. So just gonna go ahead and get the small amounts of cover that the trees afford us over here. Oh, but that also gets us a few more obstacles around. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my god, they're taking us on the tunnel. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. We're locked in now. Let's see if we can do this.
Brian, man, what the fuck were you
Braking,
doing while
turning.
the triads jumped on me and Jim?
What are you waiting for, the second coming?
Please, God. No, get back on.
Important question, Brian. What happened there? Billy said these triads were ready to deal.
Okay, easy now. Bro, no, please move. Okay, we'll be able to get through. Just one more. No,
Chapter presidency, Johnny.
I'm about to die because... Let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Alright. Get through the shootout again, and then we just have the drive to go. Okay, no, we're just back on the driving home. What a thrill. We call Brian.
Brian, man, shit's fucked. Let's get back.
Even if that's not the right way to go about this, I'm going to attempt that on this run. Because that... that was... so humiliating. Yeah, GTA 4 DLC has checkpoints. GTA 4 Vanilla does not.
What happened back there?
No, get off my bike. Alright. And we're off. Need some redemption. That's so true. Did the counter go up? I thought it did, but yeah, let me... Yeah, it went from 28 to 29, I believe. If 5 has checkpoints, it seems like it'd be much less of a hassle than 4. Yes, absolutely. Uh-oh. Ooh, I missed my turn. And the only option is to turn off there. No, we can keep going. It's a little bit inconvenient, but we're gonna be okay. Okay. Let's see then. Hey, thank you, Actual Brit Only Eats Greg's for the 8 months. Holy. Yeah, Gaimon Spelling Bee Season 2 is out. Please, everybody, you should check that out. I love that show. It's a true shining beacon in the world of Australian TV. That Guy Montgomery and the people behind that show can make something so wonderful. It's so funny and strange, and I'm also in the first episode. It works perfectly if there's not a dum-dum in the way blocking me off. Okay, we've got a little bit of cover here, and actually the fact that the cars are spawning in front of us means that they're not going to be our problem at all. This is going pretty well. Ow. Oh god, except our boy is down there. I'm hoping that he's okay. I believe 5. Oh my god, no. Why?
Get your cock out of your head and get a move on!
Okay, I can't get them. I can't get their bikes. We were that close. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna try it again. I just wasn't ready for that architecture, and I don't know why that would be the way that the motorbike, the way that the tunnel is set up. You would have made it too. If I was just on the ground in the tunnel, we would have been fine, yeah. Take the call, hang up, fall down, do a roll. Is there anything in here that I would like, maybe? No, it's just an empty porter cabin. Okay. All right. Hup.
Cleavage, man, what the fuck? What happened back there?
Okay, no, I can't get on that one. My one's the one lying on the ground. We're good. Oh my god! Good to know. Thank you. And taken off my feet by a little bit of infrastructure. Let's go ahead and get up to attempt 31. Enjoying a glug of beautiful brown coffee. Thank you, Fentry, for the 31 months. Welcome back. Look, this mission might be called This Shit's Cursed. I gotta be honest, this is going so much better than I ever thought it would.
Billy's been taken down. Man, let's just get back to the bikes.
Oh my god, never mind. Okay. So Billy's dead. I believe Billy has been taken into custody. I believe that he has been arrested. By the police, no less.
Fuck! What happened back there?
Okay, our bike is in supernaturally bad condition. We're riding on basically a big cloud of smoke. We're a brightness turned all the way down version of Kid Goku. And we're gonna go ahead and try to get to the tunnel, because that seems like a pretty straight shot through, as long as we don't try and... Oh my god. As long as we don't try and do Tom's genius tactic of... of getting stuck up against a wall. The boys can at least follow the smoke. It's true. You know what? We're being very considerate. We're maybe the most followable bike in Liberty City. We're rolling coal on a bicycle.
Oh, I love money.
Hey, thank you, Barefoot at Urinal, for the 100 bits. Hello from the Switch 2 line. Hey. I have my pre-order of that, and I have to go pick it up at some point. I am... Oh my god. I'm excited to play Mario Kart World, and literally nothing else, I believe, right? Speaking of Goku, they just announced a Dragon Ball MOBA. That is really bad news for... Dead Blossom Jesse, the Luke Man, and maybe Ricky Peacock. I don't know if that's gonna be affecting anybody else, but that is brutal for those fellas. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we're past the point where they spawn through the walls at you on that bend. That's good. A little bit of texture pop-up. Okay. Oh my god, we're through? Never mind, someone died right before I did. They made an instructional manual you can play if you bought all the accessories. Yeah, that's true, actually. And you know what's worse than them making an instruction manual you can play? Someone saying that it's actually really good and might be as big as Astrobot. What? Okay. I picked mine up and they had 0 games in stock, so I'm enjoying the UI. Shadelock, please. Please, I already know that you edit videos in a VR helmet. Don't tell me that you're sitting there playing the Nintendo Switch 2 UI. You're lucky that I know things about your life that are like really nice and wholesome, like about your chickens and stuff. Because the rest, some parts of your life, and I'm guilty of this too, are so depressing. You're playing the UI. Is it good? How are the clicks and clacks? I do actually care. I can 100% see myself doing that also.
Would it hurt to apologize?
I make VR headsets and I love the folks who call them VR helmets. I mean, hell, I haven't put them on. They are the kind of... Having put a VR headset on, I'd say it feels more like a helmet than a headset. Headset is like, you know, just a lovely piece of headphones with a little mic that curves around. Hey, Tom Walker, can you actually bake? I liked baking way more as a kid. As an adult, I found it, like, difficult to keep up with, for one, because you have to have people to eat the treats. For two, you have to, like, bake for an occasion, in my opinion. Well, at least you have to, as like a guy with, it would be weird if I would feel very self-conscious if I was just turning up to a social gathering with a fresh batch of cookies. You know what, maybe that would be nice. Anyways, but also I can't control myself around like sweets and treats, so if I baked like as a hobby, I think I would be approximately 15 times the size I am now. It's true, everyone would love you. I haven't actually opened it. Do you know another JB for games now? Oh, hell yeah, Shade. I wish you luck.
Brian, man, what the fuck were you and Billy doing while those triads jumped from me and Jim?
Damn, that would be tall. Yes. What? Why was it going the wrong way? Well, you're lucky I was on my phone, pal. Alright, look, gang. I don't think the tunnel is gonna be it. No, I don't usually bake. I had one, when I was vegan, I had one vegan chocolate cake that I made, for, like, occasions. And one of the reasons I didn't bake often was because as soon as I got done baking it, I would like hold it and stare at it like it was my newborn baby. I would have far too much pride in my eyes and heart.
Some bad shit.
You were vegan? Yeah, I was vegan for like 2-3 years, I think. And then I stopped because I played Persona 5 and I took Ryuji out to ramen, and the ramen in it looked too good, and so I went and broke broke vegan on like the smartest, best animal there is, the pig. The animal that it's like least defensible to eat. Get on here. I went vegetarian for a couple months just to see, and man, my diet did not get healthier. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that people who aren't vegetarian don't realize. You can, don't worry, you can still like eat like crap being a vegetarian. There's like a bunch of fried stuff, and you can still be like really unhealthy as a vegetarian. French fries is vegetarian. Seitan, tempeh, tofu, like you can prepare all that stuff in a way that will make you like still die nice and early. You can go ahead and shuffle off the mortal coil at 2.x speed. I lived on potato chips and vegetarian burritos. Yeah, dude. I hate my coil. Oh, I hate my coil. I want to shuffle off this thing. Referring to my doing an announcement about my baby, saying that on this date, baby name joyously shuffled onto the mortal coil. Everyone reading it being like, what the fuck? Well, what? You can only do it one direction? Come on, Zane. Probably a bad pull there. Anyways. A wheel of cheese is also vegetarian and also my future cause of death. Dude, it feels so good to pick up a big block of cheese. And just hunk. It feels so good to take like a big hobbit-coated bite of a hunk of cheese. At least you didn't say the dead one. Happy about that! Would one don their mortal coil at birth? Oh, are you thinking that the mortal coil is something you wear? I always thought the mortal coil was something you're on, and like as you're like on the coil and you're kind of trudging around like a spiral staircase, and then once it's time to get off of the mortal coil, that's you like climbing off the staircase and going, alright, well, that's me done. Okay, now there's been enough traffic back up that we're in some serious danger up here, but let's just floor it. Okay, gonna trend a little bit left. Watch out, watch out, no! Damn it. The tunnel is looking okay. I think I'm going to marry the idea of going down the tunnel. I thank you, Johnny B. Thunders. Always thought Mortal Coil was like a plane of existence. Huh. No.
Brian, man, shit's fucked.
So the coil is a staircase? I always thought of it that way. Like you were walking up the staircase, and then when the time came to die, you shuffled off it. I think of it like a plane. But then, like, we're living on a big coil? Derived from 16th century English, coil refers to tumults or troubles. Ah!
What happened back there?
So it's like shuffling off this mortal trouble? Oh, that's... When one finally kicks this loathsome bucket. Shedding your troubles. Yeah, right. So I'm shuffling away. When I pitch stack, finally. When I go to the second cycle in the sky. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. No, we're not! I was so hoping that I'd be able to autocorrect that path and get out of the path of that taxi that I just drove past. Dang it. What's the opposite of kicking a bucket? Okay, if when you're born you kick the bucket, maybe when you're when you die you kick the bucket, when you're born you buy the bucket? God, Dad Fun failed, all my fault. The phrase Goku MOBA is so powerful. It's gonna be so cool to see a MOBA that's even harder to pass what's going on in it because 17 of the characters look like Goku. I mean, Dragon Ball Fighters was already, like, crazy for that. Especially when you'd be like, okay, so there's all these Gokus in the game. Oh, they finally added a character who isn't Goku. Oh, bad news, it's Bardock. That's Goku's dad. He looks exactly like Goku, but he has a scratch. I did see the Arxis Marvel game. What are we thinking about that one? It looks like it could be fun. But also, I'm not too plugged into, I'm not too plugged into what fighting games look good. Enjoy one of the worst trailer for a game. Is this the Goku game? Oh my god, it is. It's unlisted? Ooh. Dragon Ball new game. Dude, they hit this with the fucking Harry's Razors ad music. Bow now, bow now, bow now. Okay. Squadra 4v4 team battle.
Maggot! You will know the horror! Kamehame!
Why is he rushing through the Kamehame?
Now get him! Try one of these!
I mean, this game is going to make back its money and then 1,000 times because Android 18 is in it and people will buy ways to make her look simply wonderful. But this does look like doggy do.
You're about to find out what it's like to fight a real Super Saiyan! I'll show you what happens when you underestimate me! Now! It's over!
Squad up, beat down. I need to squadra my Gekishin now. When did a female character start existing in Dragon Ball? MF doesn't know about lunch? What are you talking about? Look, I get that there's a lot of... It's so... I mean, I don't know shit about Dragon Ball, but it is funny that one of the characters is named Lunch. Alright. Slow on down. Okay. Isn't it launch? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball.
Brian, man, what the fuck were you and Billy
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Ah, now that's the Dragon Ball promise. You can say a character is called Lunch, someone else can say, isn't it Launch? And then someone else will say, actually, they're called both of those. Oh my god. Okay, the tunnel is proving very unpredictable. Bro, Goku is named Carrot and his brother is named Radish. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. Carrot and his son Rice Bowl are fighting evil together. And then the kid from the future is called Trunks. Woo!
What the fuck?
Bulma, Trunks, and Dr. Briefs are all named after underwear. Huh.
Johnny, dude, this feels weird. Let's get to the bikes.
Answer your question about Arxis Marvel, by the way. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Navigating to user Curly's messages because I understand that they know about Arxis. IDK, built to allow for co-op play. Your suspicions are. IDK looks cool just from the trailer. Arxis Marvel might also hit a sweet spot in the tag fighting game market if the player sentiment winds up being 2x KOs too limited by Hunter x Hunter. Nen impact is too broken. Okay, cool. Thank you. Good to know. My daughter saw you on Spelling Bee last night and thought you were funny. Yay! Yay! Everybody, please watch a show that is out right now. Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee. It is an absolute delight. Didn't Mr. Bobo used to host the UK Bake Off? No, it was his sometimes color inverted friend. His cousin. But I understand how you would get there. Oh my god, I pressed enter too many times and now I'm fucking... Okay, alright, we're good. Oh, hell yeah, British Red Sox fan. You set me up! Hey, no, thank you for the thank you for the fresh prime, no beak Billy. I think I might have missed that. And thank you Himbo Popo for the gift sub. I'm sorry I missed that. That was like 11 minutes ago. Ooh, they put out a thing for the James Bond game. I believe they did, and it looks like the new young James Bond really looks scary to me. Get on a mug bike. There are 8 seasons of AU Bake Off. It's true. It is a show that has existed for a while. I am simply a new co-host. Replacing a beloved friend who passed away, unfortunately. So, hey, could be happier circumstances, for sure. Alright. They should have made Bond even older. It's weird thinking about like a 24-year-old Bond out on the fucking workforce. I don't like that much at all. Oh. Have you considered changing your name to Tom Baker? I'm already dangerously in cahoots with Doctor Who fans as it is, with, oh my god, my head and bike. With Charlotte being a friend. I think that changing my name to Tom Baker might, get too many people... You know, we're trying to limit their impact on the channel. In here. Zuma Bond with a zero-hour contract and several side gigs. Zuma Bond being told that MI6 is really like a family, and so that's why we're going to need you to assassinate late this week. Oh, I'm going to get hit by a car. Thank you so much. That helps, actually. Increment my counter and move on. Please? Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, thank you, Research Monkey. Yes, that's true. I'm on the first episode of Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee Season 2 as the carryover champion of Season 1. Okay, hang up on there. It is an honor to be back on the small screen. And there's a moment where I truly get mad enough at Guy that I forget to be mad about one specific thing. You will see in the episode, if you watch it, it is quite spectacular how annoying they are. Can I watch Guymont in America? I think so. Whether legitimately or not is another question, but I think that it might be a, you might be over there in, 720p land. But I do not know, I'm sorry. Oh my god. That's one thing that I wasn't... Oh my god, no, I'm on a roof. Okay, well, time to do some exploring. I need to go to my bike, but first I'm just gonna soak in the ambience. This, I guess, we use in some mission at some point that I've forgotten, because why else would there be a... Oh, no, never mind, there's just a hole there. Well, thank goodness I died before the car killed me. I've seen an article that described you as a comedian, talkative mind, and prolific Twitch streamer. It's true. Guilty as charged. What if I was hypothetically in Canada? Well, the move to the US couldn't come at a better time. Could kind of get ahead of being American by a few months before, you know, there's boots on the ground. But nah. Look, one thing, look, I'm not sure how to watch shows anywhere. And I don't know how to get that information faster than, like, when people ask me how to watch a show, I'm stupid. I know how to do the show. I don't know how to pull it up in an American streaming thing because all the agreements are strange. So I guess if any Americans who've watched Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee, I think I've seen stuff about like, I think on like Reddit or something, you'll be able to pull that stuff up, and like people there will be very accommodating, because I think it has like a pretty devoted fan base now. Okay. Okay, good. Watch out. Oh my god. Oh Christ. Pee, poo. Okay, we're good. Oh. Please. Okay, we get across there before the lights change. That's good.
Brian, man, what the fuck were you
Don't-
doing while those triads jumped on me and
That's
Jim?
okay.
We were watching your back, man. Looking out for you, brothers.
Oh, no, not down here, please. Wait, could that? No, no, we've been over this. There's no train access. Guy who's made more shows than he's watched? No, but... I don't know, with shit in Australia, I think there's just like an understanding that you might not get to watch stuff because we are a tiny little country that nobody gives a crap about. Or at least you'll have to, you know, Google it, and then on the first page of results, you will sift through, just by vibes, the ones that are going to take your credit card and do something evil with it, rather than the ones who just want to take your credit card from your computer and, you know, just kind of sit around with it and go, huh, that's nice. Okay, tunnel navigated. Look to the right, cut off whatever spawns we can. Done. Now, get off road as soon as possible. Good. Okay. Personal best. We are the furthest we've ever been. Now, cut through the docks, I think. Our friends' bikes are not faring too well. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Just checking the map. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yep. As it is. Just drive it as it is on the map. And, oh, someone else, is this DLC? Yes, this is the Lost and Damned DLC. Squeeze through. Oh, watch out for these cars. The lights, the lights. Okay, phew. Oh, that... I just felt my jaw lock up so hard at the fear that those lights instilled in me. Through here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, God. Yep. Okay! Skip cutscene. Skip cutscene, please. Yeah! Okay. Mission, this shit's cursed, over. Wahoo, I could jump for joy. In fact, I will. Yay! Yay! Okay, good. That is fantastic. Does a gay little hop that pisses you off? Yes, I did. Oh my god, we were just about to get a phone call too. Yes, I did finish the base game. And thank you, Sounds Good Man, for the 14 months! "39 attempts on this shit's cursed. Hell yes." Alright, let's run to somewhere that has a bit of cover and let our boy just wait until he gets a phone call. Okay. Ah, fantastic. That is done. Now, let me check my phone book messages. We need your input and discussion. Yep, already done that. Headed over to you all right after. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and load a saved game, Genius style. Because that's going to mean as soon as I load in, the call will come in as well. Yay! Tom, which is better, being a prolific Twitch streamer or being president of the Lost Motorcycle Gang? Well, the Lost Motorcycle Gang belongs to the... We are now president of the Lost Motorcycle Club. The Lost Motorcycle Gang belongs to the genre of organized crime where it seems like the organizing is literally just like we bought a dartboard and we buy meth at whatever price we think of. Like, it doesn't seem particularly organized in any meaningful way. You know what I mean? At no point does, in any of the media I've watched, does being the boss of a motorcycle gang seem profitable, fun, or, like, enjoyable in any way.
Kravitz, you there?
I'm here.
Sopranos style getting killed over, like, $200. At least in the Sopranos, they live in, like, a big house with a big TV. At least they have a Blu-ray player in The Sopranos, you know? A DVD player, I mean. In this, the only fun you have is arm wrestling your buddies, who all smell really bad. It's bizarre. Alright. We have unlocked another mission. The next mission is over in the middle island, and it looks like it is a gym mission. Whew. Honestly, I'm thrilled to get done with that previous one. That is a huge buff to us. To get done with This Shit's Cursed. Hey, thank you, Beavis Romney, for the 7 months. Welcome back. On account of, I thought that was going to go for a lot of time. Okay. Let me see. This Shit's Cursed is done. Now, what missions does This Shit's Cursed unlock? It unlocks Hit the Pipe, which... Now, does that require us to unlock any particular car? Maybe. After This Shit's Cursed, Jim will call Johnny, asking to meet him at his meeting place in Northwood. Get some pipe bombs. Johnny is informed that 3 AOD vans are currently driving around Alderney, and he needs to destroy them. In order to complete the mission, the player must destroy the 3 Angels of Death vans. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can get this done without this. Do you think the newfound fame will let you squeeze into one of the final episodes of WTF with Mark Maron? I don't think so. I think I have... If I have any chance of getting invited on a podcast because of the Great Australian Bake Off, I think it is... that I might get invited on the Great Australian Bake Off, the Bake Off centric podcast that followed me last year when no one was supposed to know about me being the co-host of the show, but they have their sources. So I think I have that booking possibly to look forward to. Oh, we end in the truck farts. Okay. The club is mostly kept afloat by all the boys working for Uber and then the crime. They truly don't... None of the motorbike clubs I've seen in media lead like a fiction, like a profitable existence. Okay, attempt 0. We're currently in that zone where we're just trying to get to the mission. Do you think you'll finally land an episode of Club Random? Oh my god, to be there and just cut it up with Bill Maher, that would be a true honor. I don't know that I'd be able to keep pace with him.
Start, you piece of crap.
I mean, he's just so quick on the draw when it comes to, well... You know, talking. What a truly insane thing. DBJ said to me that Club Random had finished, and I got so excited, and then I looked at the their most recent guest run. Also, I'm getting out of the car now. Oh, I got killed by the car that I'd gotten out of. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the most recent, like, 3 guest run was, like, Tim Pool, some like the biggest loser like personal trainer who is now like a big time MAGA person. Just like it's the worst possible list of people you could possibly imagine. And it was so, yeah, Jillian Michaels. It was such a bummer to go from, oh my god, Club Random is over, and then seeing it and being like, oh no, Club Random is not only happening, it's worse than you could ever imagine. It's genuinely, it's a more nightmarish blunt rotation than you could possibly have formulated. Yeah, Shadelock, that was a fun stream. Okay, let's see. Pubs, I think your caps lock might be on. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and try to do something a little tricky here, which is use this to get a bit of distance. Just so we flop down here rather than directly onto the road. We've got a bit of cover from the trees. Then run all the way along here into the shrubberies, and then the mission marker is just here, but we can be killed at any time, so I'm just going to crouch as well. Oh, Fortnite gamer. Okay, here we are and hit the pipe. How many cum jokes did you sneak into Bake Off? I believe none. I hope none. It certainly wouldn't have been intentional. Okay. Here are the vans. They are, for one, across the river, which is rough for me. And also, I don't have access to my bike, but maybe I can get one by calling up my buddy. Just seeing, is that a bike? It is, but I don't think it's a safe one. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. It's not there anymore on account of the car. Jump over here. I can't wait for the Great Australian Bake Off AMV. That's gonna be really cool, yeah. Don't talk that into existing. Oh my god. Bike. Please? Okay, it just stopped short. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Thrilling? Thrilling gameplay engaged? Thrilling gameplay engaged. Emergent gameplay found. Sailing through the air. Strategy unlocked. I'm also seeing the minimap markers moving with astounding speed, which makes me think, yep, okay, they're over there now. So this is me testing whether we need to make the gang burrito, which is the class of van that is being driven in this mission that I have to destroy, whether we have to make them safe. And looking at the map now, okay, there's two of them are current, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have to make them safe, because two of them are currently inaccessible, and a third is not even on the map anymore. I was kind of hoping that them having their handling jacked up might destroy them automatically. I do not think that is happening. I believe that they only get destroyed if we get close enough to them, and I think they're about to clip through into the nothing world. Darn. Let's see. Anything else around it? Yeah, no, this is a foregone conclusion. These are going to be messed up. All right. I'm going to have to go ahead and quit out of here. That was attempt 1, by the way. I'm so sorry. I didn't even increment my attempt counter. I love saying the word increment. Anyone notice that? Attempt 1 complete. Didn't we have a find 3 burrito vans mission in the original? We did. They know how to make a good thing work for them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. It's a good word. It is a nice word. Oh my god. Oh my god. Humiliating as I try and search up the gang burrito and find nothing. And now, here I am. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Clicking, clicking. Okay, the burrito has a value of 6.0 in the drag value. I will be replacing the mod equivalent of that, which is, of course, minus 2,790 with 6.0. Tom, what would it take to get you into DCS? DCS is a sim of some kind, right? Oh yeah, no, I can't be doing this. I think it would, I think it would take a very traumatic divorce. If I had to guess. Combat flight sim. Yeah, that's some flight sim stuff. All right. I think I'm gonna, you know what? We've got 13 minutes left in the stream. Do I start this up and have one more attempt, or do I just give us an early mark because I have some stuff to do? I'm going to go ahead and start up the game. We deserve it. Buying Steel Battalion because my bitch wife Brenda left me. Dude, finally, with all of her like memories and succulents and various cacti out of the house, I can finally have room for my big Steel Battalion controller. Slam! The sound of the Steel Battalion controller hitting the desk echoing through my house because there's no longer any wall coverings or art to block out the sound of it. Oh. To dampen the sound of my beautiful Steel Battalion controller hitting desktop. Okay. Fingers crossed we can get to this. I'm going to have to do the making the game capturable dance a couple times. But it's going to be okay. I think I have to wait till after the loading screen to do this. No, okay, we got it. Welcome. Nintendo Switch 2 enjoys. Anyone playing it right now? Bum, 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 bum. I would like to play the new Mario Kart, I think. But also, thinking about it even more, maybe what I'd like is to, sit down and just be with my own thoughts for a minute. Maybe that would be better for me than playing the new open-world Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch 2. But then actually, having thought about that for a second, I don't believe that that comes with advanced haptics, so I think I'm gonna need the Nintendo Switch 2 ASAP on my desk as soon as possible. It is weird that it's out and there's like nothing on there though, right? Like that's strange that they've brought out a console with truly no reason to buy it. Tom, it's frozen. Oh, that's strange. Alright, let me... There we go. What a bizarre thing. Okie dokie. Now, plan here is to find a car and launch ourselves to the second island, just as we did before. Mario Kart and Deltarune and Welcome to it. Look, I haven't played Undertale, so I don't know that I'm gonna be a Deltarune gamer. As a PS5 owner, I could never imagine. Dude, I'm right there with you. Buying the PlayStation 5 at launch and then going, cool, Demon Souls! For several months. Okay. Also, I don't really know what Deltarune is, I guess. But again, haven't played Undertale, so there's no reason why I should know what it is. Get on in that thing. Okay, now I'm deftly... Oh my god, no. Oh! Trying to make sure that we didn't zoom off in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, I have messed it up and we are zooming off in the wrong direction. We are going to land in the water, it looks like. So I'm going to get out of the car. Oh my god, we got just the right amount of spin to slam into the water. And we're going to make it up onto the land. Now, hopefully one of these parking lots has a vehicle. We'll be able to launch onto the second island with that. It's a portmanteau of Undertale. I think you're, I believe it's an anagram. Portmanteau would be, is a combination, right? Get on that. Get on that ladder. What a thrill. Very good. I basically only play Armored Core and Mortal Kombat on my Xbox. Wow, someone plays Mortal Kombat? I didn't think that that was real. Ah, well, you know what I want. Yes, I know what you want. Bird Crusher official. You want to tell a crazy story.
Somebody please help!
Hope Mark Hamill's doing okay, I say, apropos of remembering that he played Bert Kreischer's dad in that movie. E3 the MK enjoyers. Look, dude, there's nothing I can do to them that their game franchise hasn't done to themselves already. That's a weird fucking game. Let's see then. I'm just looking for a car to get into, and I don't want any trouble.
I don't want to die, please!
I don't want to fire my gun anymore, please. Hey, sucking on egg to hatch. Thank you for the 36 months. 3 years. Welcome back. I think Mark Hamill gave an interview recently where he basically said, yeah, I'm never playing Luke Skywalker again. At some point, you gotta reach, like, oh my god. I mean, the thing we always say is, like, you know, at some point, you've gotta have enough money. Like, you can't just be like, well, yeah, sure. Like, there has to be a point where the work is not worth the money. But also, I think we say that as people who aren't like, yeah, but if you took that job, you could have, like, I don't know, $1 million or whatever to spend on the stupidest thing. Like that, you could just have, you could have like $1 million that you then like, just do whatever with. Which I think would be hard to turn down in your head. Oh dear. Okay. Now let's see. I'm just looking for a parked car to get into. Instead, I get deftly deposited into the wall of a burger shot. I'm gonna walk around here, go to my sprunk dispenser, sprunk myself up, sprunk unlocked, healing sprunk, second sprunk located. Simply fantastic. Okay. I'll say this, it's weird, playing, like Flesh and Blood now, which is a card game that has an even sillier economy than Magic the Gathering. And being like, seeing, there's a set that's come out now when like, some of the cards are selling for like, you know, $300 Australian. Very rare ones. And it is just making me wonder who is buying them. Like, it's just strange to countenance the idea of the person who has the income and desire to spend that much. So that's why I'm saying, like, is that someone who has just been like, yeah, sure, I'll fucking spend one more day as Luke Skywalker if it means that I can buy my foil fabled gem or whatever. Tom's name for acting that isn't voice acting, playing Flesh and Blood. That's so true. You've got me dead to rights. I always think of... I was doing some body acting the other day. Okay, jump in here. Okay. Car found. Now, for this launch, or actually, fuck, I could just swim across, couldn't I? Ooh, that's tempting. You know what? Let's do it. I think we may have reached a point where just navigating this on foot might be easier. The Magic the Gathering speculators market is one of the seeds of the current political situation in the US. It is so fucking horrible over there, dude. No, come on, let's fucking launch. It's so much fun. Okay, this window's already... No, it's not already popped. Okay, good to know.
Come on,
Okay.
start for Johnny.
Okay, that's not good. We've immediately broken the car. Now, if we want to find like a launch platform here, so something that we can bank off almost. So, I think if we drive into this... No, never mind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wrong direction. No, okay, I was going the right direction. Oh, I should have trusted my instincts. We're actually gonna land perfectly there, but we're gonna die. We're actually gonna hole-in-one this? No! Arg. Okay. I like watching shorts of people opening 20-year-old packs and never breaking even. That is fun. To be fair, that it is fun to watch people like get very clearly scammed. Oh god damn it, I would have loved that motorbike. I went to a TCG convention recently and it was all Pokemon guys flipping all the new sets. You can tell that none of them were old vendors because they had zero old stock and play any other TCG games other than Pokemon. I was reading about some like Pokemon trading card game stuff just to be like, what is happening here? And it seems like nothing good for one. Like it's all scalpers and it's all like just people who believe that they have set up a small business by going to Walmart on a schedule and buying up literally all of the cards that they have there and walking out with like boxes and boxes of cards that then are sold at a hugely increased rate. Okay, please. Oh my god, please. Okay. The $2 Charizard card I found on the floor in December is now worth $170. Jesus Christ. Okay, use the pipe bombs to blow up the Angel of Death fans. We're back. Attempt 2. Oh, I have to click into the window. No, we're good. Okay, cool. Okay. Pokemon cards is like, I mean, if you want to become like truly miserable about the idea of money and be like, oh yeah, value is fake, the world of collectible Pokemon cards is right up there. Uh-oh, I just dropped a pipe bomb on the floor. Okay, good to remember. Okay, the scalping for Final Fantasy X Magic the Gathering has been fucking insane. Yes, I have. I'm out of Magic the Gathering for a little bit, I think. The Final Fantasy stuff is really it's just not for me and I don't want to play with those cards. And I'm glad of that because it seems like getting your hands on literally any of them will make you go completely nuts. Like it seems to inflict a madness aura where you only want to resell them for, you know, X amount more than their regular price. Anyways, card games is weird. We have found one van.
Shit, it's one of the losers. We're out of here.
Okay, well, that's the worst that possibly could have gone. Okay. All right, let's get on a bike. Here's one that I prepared earlier. Thrilled to be able to get on it. Oh my god. Okay, well that's on me for getting on the bike that Johnny would not get on. Ah. Okay. Please get on the character appropriate bike. Good, not punished. Neither of the other bikes taken out this time. Okay, good to know. There's some inconsistency in the game's logic with your role-playing choices. Okay. Turns out the nerds were actually as bad as the car dealer rich guys once they get their money. Yeah, a lot of people have a monster inside them that's just waiting to be unleashed, it turns out. Hey, thank you, Taco Doomforge. I am very thrilled about the Great Australian Bake Off. It is so nice to have that finally announced. It was a wonderful thing to work on, and I'm thrilled for everybody to be able to see it at some point in the future. I'm gonna do some... Sorry about that sound. I'm gonna be yapping about it some more, probably, because it's... oh my god. It's truly one of the most fun things I've done. But it is, can you tell us who won? No, I will not be telling you who won. No, Research Monkey, I don't believe that I will be, putting my, scatological comedy behind me. Although, of course, it being scatological, perhaps that's where it belongs. As it would be poop from a butt. I have died. Did I win? Dave, I don't... Okay, a light spoiler, Dave did not win. Shit. Okay. I feel like you would have worked that out, but... Okay. Get it together. Thrilled to be on a fast bike instead of the bike that Johnny rides customarily. Okay, we're gonna get hit by a car here. No, we're able to just get onto the edge, which is hopefully a little bit more helpful. I accidentally left click, throwing a pipe bomb into nothing. But thankfully they've loaded us up with these things. We have 24 left. Okay, this is a bit more skittish than what we're used to, bike-wise. So we're gonna have to have a bit of a learning experience taking these corners. But it is nice to accelerate and have something actually happen in the video game. To be honest, it might be exactly the same as the other bike, but just feel different because it has a higher pitched engine. I'm that stupid that I think that would work on me 100%. Okay, easy now. Biker guys, just drive past them. Up. Here. Okay. Through. Up. Over. We're on the tail of the van. They're just around here. I'm going to go ahead and murder them now, hopefully. With my pipe bomb. God damn it. What kind of throwing arm does Johnny have? What the hell?
Up yours, you AOD pussies!
Okay, well, that killed them. And that killed me. Well, gang. I think that's going to be the last attempt we have for today. Hit the pipe attempts will continue on Saturday. I will see you later. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Bye-bye. Thank you for hanging out. No, sorry, I just realized that was a very abrupt way to end the stream. I had a nice time playing Grand Theft Auto 4. Thank you everybody for the kind words about the Great Australian Bake Off. I am very happy that it is out there in the world. I think I'll do a GTA Saturday stream, yeah, because I messed up and canceled Tuesday because I needed to get some stuff done during the day. Yeah. One last question. Did you come up with a catchphrase in the Bake Off? No, I don't believe I did. Scanning my memory banks, no, I don't believe there was any option for me to come up with a catchphrase. I think the closest I got was, oh, cool. That's all. Wibbity wham wham wazzle. Can I have that one for the next one? Okay, good. All right. Bye, everybody. I will see you later. Did you ever say I? I think there's a non-zero chance that I said I. I hope I didn't, but oh, that stinks to know deep in my heart that there might be footage of that. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out. I will see you later. And I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whichever one is available to you. Toodaloo. Oh shit.
The song is called Big Box Truck.
Chiblee is playing Mario Kart World. I'm gonna go ahead and raid Chiblee. A drop in the bucket to the big man. But I do want to see what this is like.
Try grind it. That's one you can just drive up on. Idiot, idiot.
He's so fucking cool. Alright, bye everybody.
It's extra low.
20 coins resuming. New outfit? New outfit?